Hello. Okay, so this is me. So I just wanted to message, or I just wanted to do this quick clip. I'm also making a quick lunch here, but I just wanted to do this. I'm sorry, I'm using. I said go live at first. Like I don't have enough subscribers on my. Well, it's not necessarily a new channel, but newly uploading to it. Sonny, are you being good? Sorry, I just cut the dog chewing on a hair tie, which I thought is the color of the one I was wearing. Yeah, it came out of my hair somehow. Anywho, um, so yeah, um, so if you know anybody, I mean, the content of this channel is to be um, informative, music, and I take requests. Um, also, yeah, requests on music or topics in general. I mean, some things I would not want to cover or feel like I was adequate to cover, although I can certainly consider it, for down the road. But basically, like that, I just feel. Sorry, I'll be back in camera in a moment here. Let it and the dog's making noises. Hush, Sonny. Well, I don't want to talk to anyone anyway. But I don't feel like I've done this kind of talking before. Since you're going to be noisy, I'll give you something. Just because I don't know how to get you to stop otherwise. That's really what it is. That one's humongous, and then there's some that are very tiny. Most of them are. Anywho, so yeah, I mean, I think that my channel should appeal to most people because I do a wide range of music. Not that I've posted a lot. I was having some device issues for a little while there, and I just kind of got those fixed last night. But well, there's already breading on that. I basically I do anything but metal. I don't do a lot of rap, it's true, but I'm not opposed to it. And various rap, and there's actually quite a lot of fun fusion stuff out there too. So yeah, music. I would like to say coaching. Mental health. Definitely an advocate of mental health. Some of this is cooking faster than other stuff, but the only thing is that I have been struggling to find work otherwise, and spot on my shirt, and now to be wet spot. Possibly won't notice though, but I've been struggling. Transportation difficulties, and some other struggles. I feel geared to be unemployed. It does kind of feel like I'm geared to be unemployed. What I meant to say is that it feels like I'm geared to be self-employed. I had an interesting kind of session. I feel mixed kind of since it happened, but that mentioned that could be the case, and I've often felt it. I like a lot of different things, although I also like a lot of things that I don't know how necessarily I would implement them in my life. But that just takes more exploring and stuff. But he's already done the thing. But yeah, or I don't know, like I do stuff connected to them online, but I'm not actually living them. And again, sometimes it's the cost, sometimes it's the accessibility issues. But yeah, basically, using my sin for it. So I'd love to be offering free coaching. I just don't think it's really something that I can do a lot of. Although on the internet, and it's so easy, right? So many people do it, and it's appreciative. It really is. But I hope. I'm not actually as thin as they say. The camera adds 10 pounds. It's almost as if it's dropped a few. I don't know. It's weird. Anywho, because I definitely have a Buddha belly. But anyway, yeah. So as much as I want to be one of those that offers things for free, my spouse's job may or may not be on the line, and I don't have one. And as far as success, I feel it means the following. One, doing something that, well, I'll quote my dad, that you like and enjoy, that, or that you love and enjoy, that you're comfortable with, and that you can do, for the most part. Also, that makes you happy. So, with those things in mind, and money also helps. And I really laid a lot on the line of the job. But yeah, basically, speaking of that, which is partly what prompted this, aside from the fact that I got my device able to do it again and wanted to do it anyway, at some point. I wasn't sure if it was going to be music first or what it was going to be. And unfortunately, like I say, I can't go live until I have, I think it's actually quite a large number of subscribers. I don't know, maybe like I say, can some of you subscribe, please? But basically, I just wanted to share some frustration. Now, I've been through it. Oddly, I only remember twice. Whether that means that's all there's been, I don't know. But, so, I'm involved at an agency. I mean, we're talking life coaching. I mean, truth of the matter is, sorry, I'm multitasking here. Truth of the matter is that we all need help. Sometimes. We're all human. We all struggle, at different times. And anybody who's not seeking help for their struggles, I don't care how smart you are, I don't care how thoughtful you are, is probably not doing something they need to do sometimes in their life. And possibly other things too, but seeking support. So, I mean, and I'm kind of I'm trying to transition more out of that and into giving the support and offering the services, which is why I'm very confused. Part of me thinks I don't think he read it, and hopefully next time I get him on the phone, and I mean, I was unsure about some of the pictures, but now I'm unsure of even him because somebody said, I don't know if they were saying he was an old boyfriend or best friend, but they looked. I mean, that's the one who's mostly the pictures I'm seeing. I mean, sometimes. But I mean, I don't know. It's kind of like I feel a little bit like he's being dense. I mean, it's early in the morning. I don't think he really took time to process it. What I'm hoping is that he'll have seen the messages and that a message, woke up, thought about it briefly, maybe didn't read the messages, or went to bed kind of thinking about it, but thought, see how I feel in the morning. And as much as he appreciates, me, pretty much was saying that, pretty much was saying that, because I call this support line, I can't be, I got a lot more than I need to, so I'm just putting on lotion here. I can't connect with him online. He didn't give that impression at first, and I think it really is because it's a stupid rule, and he'd really rather not have to follow it. And he's got seniority at his job, and people do. But, I guess there's always ways of potential that I don't want to talk too much about it. It's triggering, to be honest. And, it's something that I have not processed and healed enough, or I have not got myself to a point where I'm okay talking about. Well, one of the things that I want to do, and it makes it more niche, is be an employment coach. Life coaching in general, and I'm trying to build up clients, but employment coaching, and sorry if I'm distracting to watch, I'll be pretty much finishing up shortly here. But basically, but career coaching. So I can help people find jobs, and sometimes that'll be people that have lost their jobs. It doesn't even have to be local. I can hop onto sites. I know it can be daunting and intimidating to look at job sites, and there can be other barriers, and I can work with you on that virtually. Most likely is how it would be. And other than that, Sonny, what are you doing now? Are you being good? Be good. Okay, thank you. Other than that, I mean, I think it's good because it's niche, it's specific. Like I said, some people have lost their jobs. I guess what I'm saying is, if we were to focus on you know, lack of, shouldn't touch that with bare hands, lack of, or losing jobs, what I'd more so want to focus on within that is the finding the next job. Because the truth of the matter is, there's always bills, there's always food and other responsibilities sometimes, right? So, but I hope to reach him on the phone sometime soon, as annoyed as I kind of am. Or for him to more fully process my messages and undo it, which I don't think should be hard, but I don't know what he's got in his day. You know, this guy, sorry, I'm just making sure our dog's been a little bit, you being good, Sonny? He's still kind of in puppy stages a little bit. But yeah, basically, you know, okay, I'm going to slow down. I'm going to stop for a moment here. Sorry, I should have warned you about that loud noise. That's one of the reasons why I would struggle in a lot of work environments, and I'm really surprised my post managers, I guess, is used to it, but, you know, no, I'm still surprised. That's not hot enough. And I only add a little bit of milk. I don't know why it would need more sugar, but it might. But, sorry that this is very ADHD. I mean, I do have it. I'm multitasking. That's really what it is. But yeah, basically, you know, but I'm still saying stuff that I feel is worthwhile, and I'm actually being pretty concise because I'm just over 10 minutes. And I feel like I've covered a lot. But yeah, basically the thing of the matter is, I feel iffy about the guy, but no, I mean, talking to him on the phone, he's great. It's really just the pictures. Talking to him on the phone is good. Talking to him, you know, I mean, and yeah, we get along and all that stuff. Do you want to see a close-up live action of fried paneer and, I didn't really show it, I don't think, and mozzarella sticks, which, they don't feel that hot either. I guess they've been sitting there and the thing's been off for a little while. I don't know if I really like the sauce. What kind of sauce is it? Doesn't it say what it comes with? Plus sauce, but what kind of sauce is it? Oh, marinara. Although it's frozen still, and I've often thought it seemed more like but anyway. I mean, I have marinara, but I'm going to be having that on pasta tonight. You know, even some things that I have not fully figured out how to improve in my own life, I know how to, maybe ketchup. You know the thing of the rats, just a little bit, I think, because we have some. I know how to basically, I have a great deal of empathy and understanding about a lot of things, and I might be able to make suggestions that may not work for me, or I feel wouldn't work for me as well, but might work for you. You know, there's nothing wrong with making a suggestion as far as I'm concerned. You know, people can either take them or not, or adapt them, you know. But as far as, so feel free to ask song requests. Feel free to request booking a session with me. That would be great. Basically, sorry, my body language does not mean, I don't know why, I guess I'm used to doing these sitting, and so for some reason, it, yeah, but, I'm used to doing these sitting, and for some reason, doing it standing, although my short shorts aren't showing, and I forgot to dry them, I'm just comfy at home. I just look so slim, I almost look like a Barbie figure, and it's weird to me because I'm not. I'm probably, yeah. So that's just that red spot from where I wiped that spot off. I'm probably about 200. I feel like I actually stepped on the scale upstairs that my spouse actually has recently, but I'm probably, I don't know. I've always been around 185 to 200, and that's what I think I'm at. So I'm definitely not 230. I wouldn't say so, and definitely not 250. But anyway, you know, that's neither here nor there. I am very visual though, and so I'm sitting here looking at myself on camera and thinking, my goodness, I look slim. Which I know a lot of people would crave, but you know what? I think as much as we can always strive to be healthier, you know, some people have genetics or other health reasons or whatever, which are often genetic. But you know why things can be sometimes a struggle in that way, and you know I think that you know we're all still beautiful, and for the most part, as long as we're good on the inside, and that's what matters. And I think that you know, hey, I'm not gonna say that you know, I mean, personally, I find a lot of types attractive, and I'm not gonna say that you know I do and don't think that society and media is going about it wrong. I mean, and I'm not meaning to be rude or judge. I understand it's a disorder, and again, you know, I almost have it, even though I, you know, I understand. Okay, I understand, and basically, yeah, I just do. So, but I'm not meaning to say again that then whatever that somebody isn't a good person inside or has great potential. But I will say that anorexia, it's pretty obvious when you see it. Or I don't know, believe me as referred maybe? I don't know. It's pretty obvious, and some people just have a high metabolism, and I kind of do. It's pretty obvious when you see it. And again, most people don't choose to be that way, but I understand, I empathize, but I don't find it attractive visually. It's just like morbidly obese is a sign of bad health and possibly wellness in general, and that can always be worked on. And we see people like that as I'm sitting here eating fried stuff, but I don't do it often. If I'm being quite honest, I don't have a diagnosed eating disorder, and I don't think that I have. Well, I'm not anorexic. I mean, sure, my shoulder blades may show. A lot of people who aren't anorexic, they would. I mean, like I say, I have a Buddha belly, you know, but I eat a lot of carbs, and that's the thing. So I'm certainly not a nutritionist or whatever. I'm a picky eater, and that's why I'm eating this, because even though I've had some cheese sticks recently, kind of like, you know, it's not pasta or pizza. Or the pastries I sometimes have for breakfast. You know, like it's kind of weird. I'm a vegetarian, and I used to love vegetables and a lot of other stuff, and I'm working on it. I'm trying to work on it because I know that my body needs it, and part of me doesn't have a lot of care because you know I'm trying to be self-employed, and it's been slow, kind of to getting there, you know, successfully. I mostly feel I can, and I think it's worthwhile that I do, and that I'm worthy of it. But yeah, so basically, you know, but yeah, I'm no nutritionist, and basically, but I understand. Like I say, there can be multiple reasons why someone would do that. You know, depression, being just simply picky can do it too. You know, so. But anyway, what I really started this video about was because, and then I want to wrap this up soon. I can't have the radio on when I'm doing this and that. Is because, like I say, even though I'm a coach and I'm a smart person, and I want to step it up, you know, as much as I can, I'm human. So I call this line sometimes, and actually, there's quite a few of them that aren't that smart, and are very old-fashioned as well. You know, no offense to anybody that feels they might be, but and are not really good fits for this job that they're in. So there's a lot of them that I don't talk to. In fact, the one I talked to last night was one of them, kind of for that reason. But then I actually came across him online, found out something. I got curious about it. I have had one or two conversations with him where it didn't come up, that it even came across him. And I do and don't remember being disappointed afterwards about that. But it I don't know how those will reheat, so I do want to get them where they're at least warm. But yeah, see people do that time. Um, basically, basically, uh, and he actually did get my messages before, probably by about 10ish today. Um, Part of me is really frustrated by him and doesn't want to talk to him again. And part of me feels like maybe he just really didn't read the messages. Let me verbalize what I want to say. You know, I do and don't remember him saying he was happy talking to me on the support line, mental health support line. But he did say again, because like I say, I'm human. I've made a lot of progress. I've got a lot figured out, and I do feel I'm at a spot where I can help others. And I mean, every now and then it happens for free in groups on posts. I'll say something and it'll get mostly a like or a heart. Every now and then a comment. But I mean, I guess I do and don't do it often. But I don't know. When I feel like I should, I do. But again, that's all for free. And again, there's expenses in life, and I'm very fair priced. And somewhat flexible. In fact, I possibly undersell myself a little bit, but I understand what it's like to not have a lot of money, and especially if it's something that requires the person would be coming back more than once. I feel like it's worthwhile to make it affordable for them to be able to do so. So, but yeah, basically, this mental health agency, they hold people back. I can't believe I've covered this much in 21 minutes, but they do. They hold people back. Um, yeah, they're there to help and support, and they have various services, da 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 da, and that will be great for some people. And I'm not saying it's been entirely bad for me, but it has not kind of got me out of my positions that I've been in entirely. Like it's been good at the time, and then it fades away, and I'm back where I was. Is maybe kind of a way to put it. I mean, I don't want to say that I'm not utilizing the learning. I mean, a lot of it is, you get paperwork, and then you see it at the time, and then kind of other things come up in life, even if it's just random distractions online or small things. Um, you misplace the papers, you forget the suggestions, it but now it's more of a transportation difficulty to get to some of the things. It's a anxiety. And we talked about that last night, Jeff. But basically, yeah, you know, and you can tell that there are some people. Like I'd be curious. Oh, I didn't notice that on my list. I really miss her. You could tell that there are people like himself who really don't like this rule. Wish they didn't have to follow it. Again, he's been at the job for a while, and nobody would have to know. I mean, maybe he worries. Maybe he hasn't verbalized it, but maybe he worries. What if I blurted out to someone? Oh yeah, I was talking to Jeff on Facebook. I mean, here I'm not saying a last name. I'm not saying where he works, but it's kind of like it could happen, even despite the intentions of it not happening. So, basically, maybe that's first. So basically, people will be assessed. No, I can't see his hairy chest. Yeah, no, just kidding. But I don't know. Some people like it, but I don't know. I mean, and I actually don't mind it. I don't know. I'm iffy about it. Same with my white hairs. But anyway, point of the matter is I guess I understand. But what I don't think he read now, I think again, as much as I feel, oh, he could totally look and see, and then no, control F. Uh, we should have talked about it more last night on the phone, but we've been talking for a while, and it was one of the last things I brought up. But I hadn't mentioned, oh, I'm going to send you, or anything like that. And I don't think I was wrong to doing so, and I understand why I did so. It's a stupid rule, like I say, that they, like it's not like he's a counselor. They would say that they're not counselors, although I think that they have some similarities to it. Yeah, like there's a few that you've talked to them, but he would say that they're not. I'm hoping that this is recording. I'm going to be wrapping it up soon anyway. But I mean, tech can do funky stuff sometimes. But basically, he is a support person on the line. So I don't really feel like I'm a client. And what I was trying to send him, but again, I really think he woke up this morning, saw a few messages from me, and just was like, no, wait a minute, I'm not supposed to talk to him this way. in this mode, in this medium. But which is nothing. But again, I don't really mind, and he doesn't mind, and that should be really all that matters. And I guess, like I say, it could slip out. But so basically, what I was trying to say in the messages, and I guess I'll have to say on a phone call now. Again, as much as I think that he should just look at the messages a bit more closely, see it, and unblock me, and let's get on with it. Part of me feels like maybe he's very busy, socially or otherwise. He doesn't. He somewhat came across as a bit of a loner. He didn't say that he was, you know, didn't call himself one to say he was isolated. He seems like the type that maybe does a lot of online games or plays video games by himself. Because when I was saying, like I had a couple things in my schedule that I don't have anymore. That have become, yeah, and say for awkward for me to be at. And even my spouse, who's kind of naive, sometimes understands this. And it's basically like, I'm looking for things to do instead because, I think that's important. I mean, some people could say, oh, you don't have to do that. But no, I think that there is some importance to it. And after going in circles with it 2 or 3 times, kind of, I said, like, what do you like to do in your spare time? And I did cut him off fairly quickly with his first one, but it was kind of a funny story, and I think he appreciated it. And then I said, anyway, continue. And, really all I said was video games. Maybe board games, ironically. We talked about how I might be interested in learning an instrument, and this is where I get annoyed, because I am musical, like I say, and I would like to offer, let's just say this, and I'm going to keep this under half an hour. This is not able to be live, so I can't know if it's recording until afterwards. But basically, as much as, it's completely understandable and doable to YouTube or even on certain music sites and find tutorials and instructions on how to play an instrument. Mostly guitar, I would say, but, YouTube, anything really. The downsides to it are you lose that personal touch. It's hard to argue that it's not sufficient to do it that way. It really is, because I get that it is. It's free. It just is. And if you have questions, it really is ways to ask them. I think, I'd be curious your thoughts on this, and any of this really, but I think that the biggest thing is that you're putting somebody else out of work. Further that, possibly people that are just starting out, not necessarily with their craft, such as music. Like, I've been doing that since I was a kid. I've had music teachers in the past, but who are just starting out trying to look for students. And maybe I should put a poster up, I don't know, on the post. Maybe I should, but I don't have a working printer. I could maybe email it. No, then my spouse has to figure out how to configure the printer at work, if there even is one, with the cell phone and do. I guess I could go to the library, but the weather's still nice. It adds up with no guarantee. And again, I almost feel like it's not worth it, because, and unless I say this on the poster or get a chance to say it otherwise, I could say just starting up, don't have any clients, been doing music students been doing music all my life, and go from there, right? So, because things are never an issue as far as not getting opportunities, not having rejection, whatever, or losing a friendship or whatever. and it ebbs and flows in life sometimes, I guess. But if you are actually like, some of it you have to give yourself, but some of it, whether it's business, whether it's friendship, has to come from others. And when you are not, I don't want to say satisfied, when you don't have that sufficiently in your life, then it's not a good thing. And so, it would be fine if one or two opportunities didn't work out. If you have a bunch of other students and you're like, but I'm doing okay. And part of me wants to say, in my situation, that I am. And part of me is like, and people watch long videos, even if it's in spurts or other multitasking. And and maybe something catches their ear or whatever. Part of me is not. They could say it's okay not to be okay, and maybe it's okay to accept that you're not. And sometimes it's hard to make momentum and get past that, but it's important. So yeah, I need to tell him this stupid rule holds clients back who may be really struggling. And he knows, I feel, like we talked, and I can't be the only one. I mean, sure, some of them maybe either they have part-time work or full-time, or they have all their needs taken care of and they can just continually focus on wellness. And part of me feels like that's the case for me, and part of me feels like no. And I want more out of life than that. I'm soon to be 30, 39, 40, 39, yeah. And, for the past number of years, it's been a struggle. I mean, it was really interesting and pivotal. I really don't want to speak much longer because I have no way of checking since I'm doing this in the camera. First of all, there's not a lot of space left, 10 minutes more. But if the volume is actually working. But I'll check it quickly after, and hopefully I'll find out it did. But in 2019, we went to where I'm from in Ontario, which I hadn't been in a long time, and I knew there was a memorial tree for my dad. I had no idea that he had a gravestone. I'm not entirely surprised, but anyway, when I got there, I meant to think about it, and I also kind of meant to go back, but I thought, we have plans over here, and yeah, I mean, all the people aren't people we otherwise talk all that much with. But, it's kind of like, we went into there looking for somebody else's. My mother says, your dad's in this one too. We go there, his parents are side by side in an empty plot, like say in another province, and can't even visit it, but that's not, they're with us anyway, I believe, and, in our hearts and in our mind, and watching over and all this and that. But it was really quite interesting when I think back about it, because all I'd said was, well, not all I said, but it was mostly the others that talked, and we did talk about that empty plot and this and that,